Yes, call me crazy, but I actually printed like 4 to 5 kilograms of plastic in order to have everything organized. I will be going through all of this in a moment, and I will show you what exactly I made to provide a bit more value into this ecosystem. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today marks an important day since I haven't posted for like 7 months, and I'm trying to get back to this. So I don't have any fancy camera equipment left. It's just going to be on my phone, this lav mic which I had lying around, and 2 very inexpensive lights. So I've made some changes to the workshop around here, which is actually my living room. So now you can see that this is where everything will happen from now on. I'm actually in the process of organizing everything and coming with a structure that would help me do things in a more efficient way. Because usually when you start a project, you get lost into where's my tool, where have I put that? I don't have enough tools at hand, I don't have the required fasteners, I don't have the nuts and bolts and so on, which usually drives you crazy and you never finish your projects. So in order to overcome this, I think I have found a solution, which of course is 3D printing everything you need. You might also recall that this is not the printer that I had a few months back, so I had to change it mid-project, let's say, because I was spending much more time actually fixing the 3D printer than actually using it to print. So that had to stop. I've been looking for a bamboo lab for some time, but I think it's a bit too expensive for what kind of projects I have in my mind. So I'll just go with this one. I bought it for a decent price and it works. I made some tweaks to it. If you are interested to see exactly what I did to this 3D printer to be more efficient, to work more reliable and have better quality prints, especially considering the calibration, drop a message down in the comment section, and I will make sure to film an overview which would help you do the same for your 3D printer. It's the Creality K1, and I've been using it already for a few kilograms of plastic. It's working quite reliable, so I think I will stick to it for now. But going back to our subject for today, so I have all the tools structured in a way that they are hidden because I work in my living room, and I had to use this kind of IKEA Alex drawers where you can store stuff. They are quite handy, they are well put together and quite cheap. So with a couple of those you can store pretty much everything you need for a small workshop that is going to be in your living room. So I have fasteners, I have bolts, nuts, I have some wall mounting stuff as well. I have electronics, I have, I don't know, hand tools. In order to have everything more accessible, you would need a structure that is respected or followed all around your organizing materials. So for instance, this IKEA Alex drawer system can be customized with one organizing system, which I have a full box of it here. Yes, call me crazy, but I actually printed like 4 to 5 kilograms of plastic in order to have everything organized. So here you can find many bits and pieces that work with the Gridfinity organizing system. The Gridfinity system is an open source system which was created by a fellow YouTuber, Zach Friedman. I will put a link to his channel in the description. Basically, it uses this kind of boxes which are 42 millimeters by 42 millimeters in length and width, and the height of it is represented in 7 millimeters units. So if you have a 4 one, it's 7 multiplied by 4. Hopefully I'm not mistaking that. If I am, please correct me in the comment section below. So you have an open source system for organizing stuff, which is free to use, free to print, and most importantly, free to modify. And of course, I took my time and modified some of the tools which are here. I will be going through all of this in a moment, and I will show you what exactly I made to provide a bit more value into this ecosystem. And with that in mind, you can just download them from Printables. I will post links to everything. I will also link a video of Zach in the comments, so you can have at least a starting point of what this is about. But until then, let me give you an overview by taking the camera right here. Quick introduction in what's actually this thing. So it's a grid, which is 42 by 42, as I said, and you can multiply this in any numbers, so you can have as many as you want, and they stick something like this. On top of them, you have these ones, which are the bins, which also are 42 by 42 in dimensions, and they basically come and stay on top of this one. So you can move them everywhere you want, and they will basically stay there. Depending on your tolerances, it would be a bit harder or a bit easier to put this into place, but take your time, do some tolerance check on this one, maybe print one of these and one of these, and just check if everything aligns properly. There are some other variations of prints that may work with the Gridfinity, similar to this one. So for instance, you have this support like here, and you might see that here there is an IKEA SCADIS, I think. I don't know if I pronounce it properly or not, but you can hook this thing up here, and on top of it you can put your Gridfinity bin. So I have some of those. I also have such things which hold your files. You can put different type of files or screwdrivers. The best place where Gridfinity comes in clutch is actually this thing. So let me show you what I have here. These are Gridfinity bins which have no magnets on the bottom, and this is a 1x6 and it has a sliding top. So you can put stuff in here like bags from IKEA. Actually, let me show you. We have this. So it's the IKEA stud, or again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. Take this out, you get your sliding Gridfinity box, you drop it in here, you close it, and you have your bag dispenser, which goes neatly inside of your Gridfinity system, which lies into your kitchen and helps you get rid of these ugly boxes, which are one, ugly, and two, not very easy to stack while still keeping the bags inside. So I made a few for each dimensions that IKEA sells in terms of stud bags. So you can just put it like here, and the sliding mechanism is there just to keep the top part coming off when you try to pull a bag out of it. And you can see it's quite easy to actually pull it out. I'm looking forward to actually using this. So let's get this out of the way. This one is not made by me, it's downloaded from Printables. It's a cap that is press fitted here, and it's for gloves. So you can pick gloves and do your kitchen stuff, maybe work with some meat, because yeah, you want to be safe. This is for trash bags. Depending on how large your trash bags are, you can fit either a 60 liter or a 30 liter in here. Again, sliding. Inside it should be easy to roll, so you can take a bag, cut it, and then be done with it. What else do we have here? So we have more organizers for the SCADIS system. These work with some 3D printed hooks like this one. So you have this, which goes into this one. Mine are a bit tight currently because I've used the other 3D printer, which was not very well calibrated, and then it gets hooked. So I have a couple of those also printed. What else? Many small bins that are actually useful for many small bolts and nuts. That's a small holder for drill bits, actually from 2.5 millimeter, I think, up to 4. Holders for different kind of things, such as this one. This one is especially made to fit pliers or cutters, and actually I have a set, and I chose the dimensions that work better for these ones. So you can just have it in your drawer, you just take what you need, use it, put it back, and you're good to go. By the way, everything here is printed in PLA because I didn't need anything more stronger than that, especially for tools that will mostly be lying around. That's also for kitchen. You can put here some small utensils for eating. I don't know, anything could be used there. I also have a few more of these. These are actually for knives, for forks, and for any kind of utensils. So I have different dimensions. Some of them are actually half. So basically you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 in terms of units, because maybe 6 was not enough, especially for chopsticks. If you like Asian food, those chopsticks are quite long, and I had to increase this length a bit more. I have to say this design was actually a remix. So I have one file, I think it was a Fusion 360 file downloaded from Printables. So there's that. Then there's a bigger holder for your bigger tools. Here you can put metal pliers, everything that's a bit longer. Here's a holder for drill bits, goes part in part with the smaller one. As you can see, there is an important factor about this Gridfinity system, so you can stack them all together. And on top of it, I can also put this thing, which is at the same size. You can also stack them, that's your choice. Here is one that may be also useful for the girls. So these are the pads that girls use to take off their makeup. I use them actually to clean my bed for the 3D printer. So there's a holder for that, 2x2, goes into the same Gridfinity system. There's more boxes, so these are just boxes with different sizes. For instance, is for scissors. So I have 2 scissors. They go in here. You can just grab one, use it, and put it back together. And that's a holder for digital calipers. I didn't make one for the analog one, but there's that. I will use it for the digital one. And then I have some spacers, actually half unit spacers. And then I have many more like this, with different sizes that would just fit any specific location that you would imagine. Some holders for glue, some holders from drill bits, any other type of bins, some socket holder for metric, some holders also for hot glue, other kind of holders for hex bits, a small funnel that might help pour down some screws and nuts into the Gridfinity boxes around here. As you can see, there are many bins around here, so let's get started. I actually ended up putting small dabs of double-sided sticky tape like this, quite small, and that's helping a bit with keeping things in place, and it's looking quite nice. So you can pick everything you need out of this place. You have the rolls, you have the lighter, you have the parchment paper, and 2 small accessories that I could place in here, and that's it. I finished also the next drawer. So this one includes all the cutlery. Please ignore all the mess up there. I have to figure out a way to organize that as well. Knives, I will make a organizing tray also for them. Here we have one knife, and you can take it out to have access to other stuff. Then normal knives, IKEA forks, IKEA spoons. Chopsticks, under chopsticks you can also can grab that one and take it out. Plastic straws, then glass straws and some cleaning tools for them. And then here some tools and small spoons. So you basically have everything in place. Same as before, slightly taped down the grid, the base grid. That's also the drawer, the second one. So it's already the next day. I finished with the kitchen. It took quite longer than I thought. Hopefully I was not so boring for you guys. Everything is in place. I actually use it for yesterday night and today, and it works quite well. Now it's time to organize the IKEA drawer. This holds all my tools and small accessories, bolts, nuts, screws. But first I have to take out everything. So yeah, let's get started with this one then. Alright, so now let's see how I managed to organize this IKEA Alex drawer. As you see, it has 2 smaller drawers and 3 bigger ones. So the first one would be mainly used for the easier tools that I need to access pretty quick. The ones that, let's say, I would need for my everyday use. So you can see here I have some screwdrivers, my multimeter, the digital one this time, the spare nozzle kit from my Creality K1, some drill bits, some things to note down stuff when I need them, paint marker to mark stuff, spare parts, some small tools, a small bit holder with many dimensions. This is used for cleaning up the 3D printer bed. Here I have some glue, here I have some hot glue, the 2 scissors, cheap pliers that I have for very long time. I think these ones have like 4 years or something. Now, moving to the second drawer. This one holds all my screws, nuts, washers. Here I have some electrical equipment, crimping tool. Then below it we have another set of crimping tool. Then the labeled bins. So here it is. I still have to put labels on those, but they are 1 by 1 by 6. Here I have a simple measuring tool in order to find which size each bolt is. Let's take this one. So that's an M5 screw. Yes, and it goes here. You can easily see which size is it. If you're interested how I made this one, let me know in the comments. I can do a quick video on filament change on this Creality K1, as it's not coming from factory with the required G codes to actually add filament changes mid-print. A small funnel. Here I have a 1 by 2. These are heat inserts. So we have nuts, washers, M3 screws, M4 screws, M5 screws. You can fit pretty much everything you need in one drawer like this. I decided to not fill all the way up so that I can put some boxes in there so I can easily access them while I'm working here. Third one would be for electronics. Mostly soldering stuff, connectors and measurement devices. So I have my trusty little multimeter. It's a very old one, but it works quite well. I have my DIY oscilloscope, some cables, some BNC connectors, my Raspberry Pi Zero, a set of tweezers. Below the set of tweezers there are many connectors with many sizes. Some of them are used for 3D printers, some of them are used for CNC machines. This is my soldering wire. Then I have my cleaning tool for the soldering tip, and then this is the flux that I use for soldering. Here in the back I have some shrink tubing, some O-rings and parts, chargers for batteries and stuff like this. The crimp, the other type of crimp tool, this one is able to strip the wire and crimp some connectors on top of it. Next, moving to the tools drawer. Here I have some screws, the ones that you use for walls, drywalls and concrete walls. Here I have screws that you can use for any application, screws for cabinets and furniture. Then that's a holder for metric sockets. Then we have wood screws. There are screws in this one as well. Plenty more space left here. I may change them in the future, but I didn't want to have them crowded so far. The last one would be the one that holds my 3D printing equipment, so gas for the burner that I use to clean 3D printers, some oil, some Vaseline. This is the box with the accessories from Creality, milligram scale, glues, wires, or an old project that I didn't finish, some Vaseline that is very useful for 3D printed parts. If you have gears or something like this, this is the stuff to be used. It holds pretty well, it's very greasy, and it protects your plastics from wearing out too quickly. So finally done. After I think 1 more week and 1.5 more kilograms of filament, I'm finally finished with organizing my kitchen and this small workshop back here. You've seen them all. Let me know which one you would like to see in more detail. If you need any more detail regarding these ones, let me know. I will post links to everything that I created so far. The ones that are created already by the community would be easy to find online, but I will post links also to mine, so that's easier for you to get them. Keep in mind, some of the things that I printed are very specific for my needs, for my tools. In case by chance you have the same tools, then that's perfect for you. With that being said, we are already at the end. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for the patience with me, because I was not here for a long time. Hopefully this new format would be quite better. We'll have many more projects to come. As you can see, I have nowhere to place my filaments. There's a filament rack that I would like to build for this small workshop. Before then, let me know if you need any info on these ones. Go into the comment section, type anything you need. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe, and I will see you next time.